What's good, everybody? It's your boy JSenpaiX4 here, and today we got our first collaboration. Let's get it. Hey, yeah. So basically, we have to talk about some things. It's such a privilege and an honor just to actually do this as my first collab. Honestly, I can't be any more hyped than I already am. And the topic of what we're talking about is the problems with Vtubers, the EN side of the community, and just the Vtuber community as a whole. This is how the video is gonna work. I'm gonna give my response first and talk about what I think are the issues in the Vtuber community, and then I'll let it off to our special guest here. So without any further ado, let's go. So everybody's doing VTubing now. That's pretty much the new hottest trend that has graced the internet once more. Like some chicken wings on a baby back rib sundae. I don't know what that is. Anyway, even with VTubers coming out the blue pretty much every single day, you also got to realize that there's some problems that come with that too. And I'm not just saying that because you're looking quite tender. Pause! A lot of problems that stem from VTubers can either come from themselves, they can either come from the fans, or they can kind of come from the haters that come from those people. So it's a lot of things that comes down to VTubing. I may not be super into the whole VTuber side of the YouTube space or streaming space at all, but I have seen a lot of problems, and I have seen some few problems that doesn't really get talked about enough, and I like to make some of that clear today, especially when it comes to loli VTubers and just VTubing itself. When it comes to the case of loli VTubers, it shouldn't matter. Loli VTubers should be treated just like every other VTuber that exists, honestly. Just because they are a loli character does that mean that they are less than the average VTuber. I mean, there's not really that many of them. Sometimes a change of pace is absolutely needed, and that's what some of these loli VTubers are doing. Sometimes it's nice to not play it safe 24,000 times. Even with people maybe just accepting that there's loli VTubers, maybe they may not accept what they do with that avatar. Maybe they don't accept the lewdness that comes from those loli VTubers. And when it comes to that, honestly, it shouldn't really matter. I mean, if you're a VTuber, most likely you're over the age of 18. I would at least hope. And when it comes down to it, no one, even if you are a loli VTuber, I highly doubt that the person behind said avatar is some 6-year-old child. I highly doubt that. And since these are adults and are people that knows their way around things, I am certain that when it comes to whatever they do with their avatar, they should have every right to do whatever they want with their avatar. That's not even topping off that the avatar and character that they use is not even real, which I have covered in 5 different videos on my channel, which is absolute insanity. So, and I go into even more detail about it specifically. When it comes to a VTubing state of mind of things, it shouldn't matter. Even if you don't really agree with the whole people could like loli characters and they could be fine and process just like the rest of us, that's kind of how it is. Even if you don't like that type of thing, guess what? There is a massive audience that loves anime lolis. So they're going to absolutely do whatever is necessary to go out their way to support those types of people. And if you can't get behind that, then that's kind of your problem. And there's other VTubers that are lolis that do lewd things too, or have fan art that's lewd of them. Even the Hollow Live people know that there's lewd art of them. Even Girl knows. They know exactly that there's an audience for it. If you like your loli anime characters or loli anime VTubers or whatever you like out of it, it is absolutely fine. You're not a predator or anything like that because you like these type of characters. As long as you know where that cutoff limit is and what is real and what's not, you are absolutely okay. And no VTuber should feel shame or any type of thing with that when it comes to being a loli anime VTuber. Honestly, I want to see Alice reach the top. I want to see her hit a mill. If you are a loli anime VTuber, you are absolutely fine. Keep doing what you're doing. As I would say, the less shame you have, the less you're gonna hesitate. So honestly, keep going. Don't worry about a single thing. This is another thing too with VTubers I feel like they should be aware of. Because VTubers are now becoming more and more popular than ever, honestly, you gotta make sure that you VTubers gotta watch out what you do, because you have massive ass followers. You have plenty of people that will simp over you and love on you just because they like you and your personality and what you do. Basically, if you do something bad and they watch you, most likely they might replicate what you just did. And honestly, VTubers have to be very careful about that, because what you do could easily affect someone else. You know, it's not just about you anymore once you reach the top. You have to, you know, make sure you're considerate of what the hell you're doing. And that goes with not just VTubers, but any influencer really. Just make sure you're not acting like an asshole in front of millions of other people that's watching you. Be normal, be nice, and, you know, do what you're supposed to do. Have common sense, basically. Just because you're a VTuber with 1 million subs or something does not absolutely mean that you're some kind of god. You're not a voice actor. Trust me, you sound like, if you are acting like that, you sound like a voice actor of the English dub side. You need to stop.
You need to be stopped!
It's not that serious. You can easily just separate the character from the person and just leave it like that. That's not... we don't need any of that in here. Not in this community. We don't need any more people ruining the experience for everybody else and anybody that wants to try to be an English VTuber like that. That's just me. Nor do you need to act political on Twitter or, you know, do some really based tweets, you know, really trying to be out here trying to stun on everybody when you're just stunned on your own 2 feet. Like, there's nothing there for you to stun on, ma'am. Know what you're doing, know your audience, know what you're doing, and make sure that their audience are taken care of and your community is taken care of well. And don't do anything stupid in front of them, because it could have some serious repercussions. If only more content creators would be able to, you know, control their community better, maybe a lot of crap on YouTube and any other streaming platform wouldn't be so bad. One of the last things I want to talk about is just respect to VTubers. Now, let's be honest and be clear here. Not everybody likes VTubers. Not everybody agrees with what they do. And honestly, it's kind of sad, because there are some really good ones, especially on the indie scene. There's plenty of good VTubers that should already, if not be successful, but always get held back because either no one knows them or they just get pushed down for no reason, honestly. And Twitch does not do a good job of their platform when it comes to promoting said VTubers. Like, they'll show you certain VTubers, but they won't show you every other good VTuber that they should show, but they're gonna show you what they want to show you. I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of good ones down there in Twitch that probably deserve some shine, but don't get any type of shine, and it's kind of sad. Plus, Twitch is pretty much a bad platform anyway, considering the fact that they don't even like allow certain words to be used, which is completely mental. It's kind of like how anime YouTubers are, you know. It's kind of like some of them are really good, some of them should deserve a shot to have their chance, but others don't get that shot, and it's really sad. That's why there's only a handful of anime YouTube channels that is at 1 million or more, and it's kind of weird. Same thing with YouTubers. There's been some really good ones at the bottom, yet they don't get the shine that they absolutely need to, and it's kind of wild. So I don't really understand the context with that, or why they're getting just hogged down. So again, if you find some VTubers at the bottom, give them a try. It will be nice to see some new faces at the top for a change, you know? And obviously, to the fans of VTubers, respect their privacy as well. I mean, you don't need to cyberstalk someone 24/7 just because, oh, they didn't read your donation, or you got mad at them because they did a certain thing that you didn't like. You don't need to go drastic and try to figure out who this person is. Like, there's no need for that. Honestly, if you go after a VTuber like that, you are staler than freaking popcorn, honestly. You are. You might as well go eat some anime loli ass. That's how I feel like you should do. So, but nah, you know what? Eating some anime loli ass, that shouldn't be even for you. That's only a privilege that only real culture people should have. So when it comes down to all of this, you gotta respect the loli VTubers. Let them do their thing. If they want to get nasty, let them get nasty and dirty, alright? If you want to see some of them get some nut in their mouth, that's okay, because they're fictional characters and they're not coming close to real life, alright? But respect the person behind said avatars as well. You also have to make sure VTubers stay their asses in check, you know? Maybe not do crazy stuff that could potentially create some nonsense for your community, okay? Make sure you handle your stuff and handle your business correctly in the right way, alright? So that way we don't have any more toxic people, because YouTube is filled with toxic space, now let alone Twitter. So let's not have any more toxicity as it is. And number 3, you gotta respect the VTubers. Respect them. They don't have to be here. They obviously could drop your ass dead, honestly, if they wanted to. These thick ass VTubers normally, and these thick ass anime lolly VTubers, they don't have to be here for your ass. They don't have to be, but they choose to be here because they like what they're doing. And it would suck if something happened that make them want to leave. You don't want that. I'm pretty sure no one wants that. So respect their privacy, respect them as a person, and you know, just be responsible. And as for anybody else that might be a VTuber that may be watching this video, keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure that you're having fun doing it. That's kind of the point of doing VTubing. Besides the money. I know a lot of people want the money too, but like, make sure fun is part of the adjective too. Okay, I think I rambled on enough, so let's get going to our special guest now. So everyone, please give this lolly bunny your time and attention. Would you please put your moist hands together for Alucard. Take it away.
Now, find a new rival.
Hello, JSenpai. Thank you for inviting me over for this collab. I really do appreciate it. I am Alucard. I am a Cambion Rabbit VTuber on the indie side. And I guess I'll be talking about the issues revolving around indie VTubers, the indie VTuber community, especially on the English side, since, well, I speak English. So anyway, I know we were talking about lolly VTubers and the sort of issues revolving around lolly in general, in regards to VTubers, and I have to say, yeah, it is an issue in terms of the fact that lolly VTubers such as myself and Kyoto, Celeste, and a few other lolly VTubers, also known as Smoltubers, #Smoltubers, who have been dealing with a lot of, I guess you would say, harassment and disassociations. You know, a lot of friends that they had kind of just like, you know, pushed away from them for whatever reason. Well, I know, well, of course the reason, because they like lolly. I like lolly. You know, I like lolly, show it as of, or I like all sorts of fanfics. Sorry, I like all sorts of fiction. Fiction is good. I like all sorts of like different art, except Guro. Guro kind of like makes me feel weird. It's just like ew, it's disgusting. But you know, you like what you like. You do what you do. It may not be fun for me, but it might be fun for you. You know, so that's kind of like how, you know, that's how I take. That's how I, you know, deal with things. Like if it's not for me, then I'm just gonna push away, and then, you know, you guys do whatever it is that you want. And it's just sad that a lot of, no, not a lot, but a number of the English VTuber community, who are probably, for the most part, like the very, very quiet, loud ones, who tend to just like go and be like talking like about like how, oh, this lolly VTuber, blah 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 blah, allowed not safe for work stuff, blah 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 blah. It's sickening and stuff like that. And it's just like, I mean, you can have that opinion, but just don't go harassing people for it. You know, it's really unhealthy. You know, because like I want to be able to do whatever it is I want to do. VTubers in general should be able to do whatever it is that they want to do. At least the indie side, I know. They want to be able to do things that they want to enjoy to do, and they want to create an entertaining and enjoyable experience for everyone. And that's, you know, that's why I'm here. And a lot of things like Jay said, you know, we don't really, it doesn't really touch on when it comes to the indie side of the VTuber community. Lolly VTubers are pretty, you know, pretty rare, especially like the ones who, you know, participate in the lewd category. Like for me, example, I don't really see a lot of collaborations with like other lewd VTubers. Actually, I've never seen a collaboration with just like lewd lolly VTubers, you know, or, you know, they can be like lolly VTubers but not necessarily be lewd. Like I don't really see that. You know, I see more of the same old, and it's usually like the same old Jackbox, the same old Among Us and stuff, and it's kind of like, you know, boring. We've seen this already. Let's do something else. So I think bringing in that dynamic of, yes, I'm a loli VTuber and I do lewd stuff, and it's cool. It's whatever. You know, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not going after anyone's children. Like, ew, disgusting. I actually don't even allow underage people in my chat unless and only unless they are at least like 16 or 17. If they're 16 or 17, I would hope that they have some common sense. You know, I would hope they have some kind of common sense. And even then, I don't really do lewd stuff on my public streams anyway. Not necessarily. Unless it's like a goof or a gaff that happens in a stream, which you don't want to talk about. But other than that, it's for the most part, it's a pretty healthy environment. I get to say whatever it is I want, whether anybody likes it or not, and you know, people, you know, you get to enjoy that side of me. They get the full package, I guess you can say, in terms of that. Yeah, so I think that's really all I can say in terms of the loli side. Is that, yeah, to summarize, we just tend to deal with a lot of unnecessary harassments when we're just doing whatever it is that we feel like doing, you know. And it's unfortunate. Like, even now, I tend to still get like people like talking about me behind my back, but you know, it is what it is. You know, they want to say whatever it is they want to say. They're not strong enough to say whatever it is in front of my face. That's totally fine. Yeah, it's totally fine. Like, I just find it funny. But let's move on to another issue when it comes to the indie VTuber community, such as the debut culture. The debut culture, when it comes to the VTuber community, on the indie side at least, is kind of really kind of confusing. Like, like I get it, but at the same time, it's like when you hear the complaints of, oh my gosh, idol culture is so bad, then it's just like, then why are you trying to plan big debut events? Like, it doesn't make sense. That's what idols do. like why would you bother with that? Like, it doesn't make sense. That, and then it kind of harbors like a very unhealthy, kind of like toxic feeling. Like, okay, you do all this planning, and then when your debut comes in, it's just like, oh, I didn't get that many viewers, or I didn't get that many followers, or nobody came to the debut. Like, that kind of thing is more likely to happen than most, especially with all these new VTubers coming in. Like, there'll be so many like debuts to look for, too many debuts to look forward to, too little time. You know, it's not really something that I personally would participate in. Actually, I never really did. Like, when I started as a VTuber, I didn't do huge debuts. I didn't do anything like that. I just, you know, figured out, well, how do I become a VTuber, did whatever it is I needed to do, and got the avatar into this, got the avatar into these streams, and then it was like, boom, okay, there you go. I did it. Figured it out. That's my debut. Like, that's what it was. And the only people who were like watched were just like my friends for the most part, which is like, what, 3-4 people? Like, it didn't matter. Like, I wasn't planning anything huge. I wasn't expecting anything like amazing or anything like that out of it. And some people want to do that. That's totally fine. It's totally up to you. If it's fun, it may not be fun for me, but it might be really fun for you. Do whatever you want. You know, it's whatever. But I just think, like, it just don't get like so. Like, don't get your hopes up, basically, because you're gonna end up feeling like, oh, no one loves me, and it's just like, that may be the case, or may they not be the case. Keep on streaming and see what happens, you know. And then there's also the pre-debut VTubers. that are kind of like iffy for the most part. I mean, I think most pre-debut VTubers are at least, you know, taking the necessary practices to, like, you know, prepare for whenever they do get their huge debut. Like, they may be doing like streams with like a PNG model, or maybe be without a model or anything like that. You know, they're doing stuff basically, and they're getting, like, maybe they're working with some modelers or some artists and stuff like that. All that stuff could be something that they've been doing behind the scenes and stuff, which is totally understandable. But it's like, when you don't, the thing is that when you are not showing that you're doing even the basic stuff, such as streaming or even releasing like progress tweets or reports on, you know, where you're going with your model and stuff, and like what plans you have, then it's kind of like, what are you doing? You know, like the whole hype, I guess you will say, well, I can say, it's kind of like very, it goes away very quickly. Like less and less people think about it, you know. It doesn't really matter that much to most people after a good while. So you really want to, like, plan these and time them right. So, like, think of when you should be a pre-debut VTuber, and when you're being a VTuber, when you wish to be a when you sign up to be a pre-debut VTuber, have stuff already set that you're going to be a VTuber. Already have a modeler. Already have the money to set up so you can do all that. If you don't even have, like, a computer that can handle VTubing, don't bother. Don't bother. Just work on that first. But they don't do that. It just seems like they take the pre-debut VTuber wording, you know, to build hype. And so it's like, yeah, I'm getting all these likes and all these follows and stuff, but I'm not doing anything for it. And this is when they start, you know, getting this is when they start becoming what we like to call Vtubers, which are virtual tweeters. Basically, people who tweet with the anime avatar, if you will. With, of course, the idea that they're going to become VTubers. Maybe, eventually. We'll see. But I have run into some really good pre-debut VTubers. They're not all bad or anything like that. Actually, I think there's only, like, a very few that are kind of like, eh. But for the most part, I think, you know, they're just trying to do whatever it is that they want to, they're trying to do to get to where they need to be. And some are doing it on their own. Some are working with modelers and artists and stuff. You know, some are trying to figure out things on their own. Like how I did. I figured out how to be a VTuber and stuff on my own. All of this didn't cost me anything. So, like, yeah, that's kind of like another issue. Is that, like, the idea is like, well, VTubing costs money. It, like, costs, like, a lot of money. It's like, well, not necessarily. Like, I've done all this for free. This didn't cost me any money. The only thing that did cost me money, though, is the Oculus. And that's really it. But for the most part, everything else is just pretty free. So, yeah. Now, another thing is model reveal trends. Model reveal trends in the indie VTuber community is it's kind of weird. When you go and be like, well, I have the PNG and my model up and everything, and if I get 1,000 followers, I'll show the legs of the VTuber model, and then if I get like 2,000 likes, then you get like the hip. And then at 3,000 likes, you get like the chest, or up to like the neck part, like right up here. And then finally, with 4,000 followers, you get the whole entire model. You get to see what she looks like and all that. and then it turns out like, let's say it just turns out like, all right, okay, you got your 4,000 followers. Now what are you gonna do? What do you do from there? Well, I'm gonna do a little live 2D or 3D, depends on, you know, which avenue you decide to go, and you do a little peek video, as I like to do. You know, a little peek video. Let me tell you what a peek video is like. A peek video is basically like, they come up like, they do this. This is a peak video. That's what a peak video is, and I can't, honestly, it's like, alright, that's cute, but it's like overdone. Like stop it. Stop it. It's overdone. This is getting old. Like, nobody really cares. It's only cute for like the first maybe 200 Vtubers. First 200, it's cute, but you know. If you're also doing peekaboos, it's stop it. Do something else. Do something new. Do something exciting. Innovate, please. And now, face reveal trends. My goodness, do I hate face reveal trends. That's just me. I think, like, if you're gonna be a VTuber, in my honest opinion, I think you should not be breaking kayfabe. I kind of do, like, semi break fake kayfabe. But for the most part, I really try to stay within the realms of my character, which for the most part is really just me. But like, for the most part, I don't really talk about personal stuff, like personal information, that personal private information and things like that. I totally keep to myself. Like, it's information no one really should care about. Like why? Like, why do that? And then you have these face reveals, which, hey, if you want to do face reveals, go right on ahead. But it kind of just like it kind of ends up pressuring other people, especially new VTubers, indie VTubers, to doing face reveals too. Why? Because that kind of stuff brings in likes, it brings in retweets, it brings in comments and stuff like that. And so many new VTubers are starving for that, and I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And it also has pressured, well, I don't want to say it pressured me, but it pressured other people to ask me, sometimes, like, you gonna do a face reveal? I'm like, no. No, I'm not gonna do it. Just no, I'm not going to. And it's really unfortunate, because it's like others don't realize that it does affect, you know, other VTubers into, you know, that kind of thing, and it's not fair. I really do believe that if you're going to be doing like face reveals and stuff, maybe put it on a separate Twitter account. Maybe, just maybe. I know that's something Matsuri, I think Matsuri does. Well, Matsuri has like two accounts. Matsuri has two accounts. She has the VTuber account, and then she has her personal account. Personal account is where she tweets about, you know, her personal things and shit like that. You know, if you want to do that, you can totally do that. I'm totally for people who can do that. Like, yeah, but if you like mix both into one account, it's kind of like, it's weird to me, at least. It's weird to me. It really breaks the immersion aspect. It really destroys the wonderful, the realm of wonders, if you will. And that's pretty much like what my platform is about, wonders, since my name is Alice Wonderland, that kind of thing. I want to bring in the environment that was like, hey, you know, like, you don't have to worry about me doing like face reveals or anything like that, or trying to, you know, talk about like personal private, you know, stuff or whatever, unless it's like an emergency and I'm in like need of assistance in some kind of way, which I think all VTubers, or at least most VTubers, go through. But for the most part, I really don't think it's healthy to do face reveals, like, at all, or even doing thigh reveals or arm reveals or hand reveals or toe reveals or feet reveals or whatever reveals. Yes, these are reveals that are a thing. I'm not just saying them just to say it. Like, that there's even a butt reveal. It's really weird and dangerous, really. But some people don't care. Some people don't realize, you know, the consequences that can happen for doing things like that as a VTuber. And I know other people are like, well, other streamers do it, like regular streamers who don't use, you know, a model, and like they do it, and like of course they're going through the same, they go through the same things too. Well, yeah, of course, but the thing is that VTubers generally have a higher sense of mystery than your regular streamer. So bringing in that heightened sense of mystery encourages more people to want to be like, man, face reveal, we need one, you know. But like, if it's just like what happened with Corpse, you know, like, it's just like, you just don't want to do face reveals, just don't, you know. It's not, it's gonna make people uncomfortable. It's gonna make me uncomfortable, and I'm pretty sure like people who follow me, it's gonna make them uncomfortable as well. So I don't really do face reveals at all. I think it's a garbage trend for VTubers in general, just my opinion. But if that's what you want to do, you're free to do so. I don't really care. I just think, as I said, it's a garbage trend. But yeah, that's really all I have to say regarding things going on with the VTuber community that I have an issue with personally, especially the whole thing with lollies. Like, it's like I'm not allowed to like lolly, or people are not allowed to like lolly VTubers, or people are exploiting lolly VTubers because they're lollies or something like that. And it's really disgusting when you also get comments like, well, I guess you can say they're comments. They're not comments directed to me, but like you read comments like, well, I'm pretty sure lolly VTubers who do loot stuff, they only do it for money. And I'm just like, I'm sorry? We only do it for money? Like, what? I'm sorry? If we're gonna really go with that, go with a logic like that, people who typically think like that tend to believe that people who like lollies are like basement dwellers and they don't have jobs. So if they don't have jobs, how would I be doing this for money if the people who I do this for don't have money? Get what I'm saying? It's kind of insane. You're more likely to get a lot of donos and stuff like that if you're like a really huge, big boobed VTuber that does not safe for work stuff. That is more likely. Like, that is something that's more likely to happen. At least from what I've noticed. But you know, it all really also depends on luck. Well, I don't want to say it depends mostly on luck. Like, it also depends on skill. Depends on how you want to go about your journey as a VTuber. It's all about being confident in who you want to be. Be confident in who you espouse to be. You know, I don't know if I use that word correctly. I don't know if I did, but you know, as long as you're confident in your entertainment and in talking about whatever it is that you want to talk about, and you're doing it in an entertaining way, something that's very fun, and yeah, then there's really no issues. At least that's my experience, at least. So yeah, hope you all who are VTubers, who are maybe starting out, hope you have a wonderful journey as a VTuber. Wishing you great success, and don't step on my toes, and we'll be going good. We'll be going good. We'll be together in arms and fighting for wonders and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. So anyway, thank you very much, JSenpai, for the invitation. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Until we meet again, take me casually, live casually. Oh, another thing. Remember to also follow me and JSenpai on our respective socials, and such as our Twitter, Instagram, or whatever, and subscribe to JSenpai's channel and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a like, comment, and we'll see you again very shortly. Bye bye.
Baby, say my name as if you got a fucking clue. Always caught up in the moment, not condoning what I do. I've been messing with my chemistry to find the better me, putting thoughts up on the page in hopes that you could get to me. Been this way since legit, my brain couldn't quit. Running from my issues, roll the pain in a spliff, fade away every hit.